I'm here. Oh, man. So reading a quote. Came home. All right. This morning, I was reading quotes from the one of the forefathers of the self-help movement, James Allen. And I was rushing, trying to get out here. This is my garage. I was rushing to get out to my garage. See, my door's on. All in the way. Such professionalism. And the quote I chose is very yoga-like in the way that I teach yoga. And this is the quote from James Allen. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. And when I read that, I thought, man, that's what we're doing on the yoga mat. It's all a mindset, or mindsets, I'll say. So we're gaining self-control on the yoga mat, which is strength. And we're gaining this self-control by focusing all on our breathing. 100% focus on the breathing. And that becomes a strength because it stabilizes the mind. Then right thought is mastery, is that when applied to the way I teach yoga, it's a mindset, and you're watching your thoughts, and eventually you realize you're not your thoughts, which means you're the master of your thoughts. You can have them be negative or positive. And on the yoga mat, what we're doing is gaining positive thoughts. So a mindset of positive thoughts. And then calmness is power. Calmness is power. Calmness here is the mind is calm, which is yoga, because it's the oneness, it's the peace. And that is power, because when you take this mindset off the yoga mat, you have power. You have power over yourself, self-control. You have power of right thought. You can control your thinking, which controls the way you see the world and the way you react to the world. You just have this sense of calmness, this sense of peace, which we're gaining and learning on the yoga mat. So that is the quote for the day. I was kind of rushing. I remember when I was in college a long time ago. We were playing basketball, and a guy came up to us. Are you Russian? He meant, are you trying to get into the fraternity? And my friend said, no, we're American. That's a true story. And and he really meant it. He thought he was asking him if he was from Russia. So today we're going to continue with the two sun salutations, but we're going to move through them quicker so we can settle down in the easy pose and do a couple of moves in the easy pose, and then we'll seal it up within the easy pose. So let's go ahead and begin. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Then each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. And there's no tension anywhere in the body. You're letting the skeleton stand as if you were just your skeleton. And you're trying to find that spot where the skeleton would stand by itself if you were just your skeleton. So you lengthen up. So think of a string on top of the head. Let me bend down so you can see my hand. And you pull yourself up and then lengthen up and then settle the bones so the skeleton stands. And just focus on the breathing. You're going to think of nothing else but the breathing. Now bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. You're going to push the arms out, up and back is the first stretch. So go nice and easy, inhaling. And then you're going to exhale. As you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back, and you're just going to fall into the ragdoll. Now with the ragdoll, the arms are dangling, the head is dangling. So there's no tension in the arms or the neck. And you're not trying to be somewhere. So you're not pulling yourself down or pushing yourself down. Just let the body go where the body goes. You just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but of the breathing. You're letting go of judgment. This is a very important pose. It's the second pose. So it's important because you're just letting the body go where the body goes. You're not judging it. So if you're up and you're feeling like, man, I should go down further, let go. That's judgment. Even if you're feeling like, man, I'm doing this perfectly, that's still judgment. That's awesome. But that's not what we're doing. We're letting go of all judgment. Judgment is a barrier that will prevent the mind and body from becoming one. And when the mind and body are one, that is yoga. So palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can. And you exhale. As you exhale, you pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Forehead's going to the knees. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. We're going to do two more. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Last one. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. With a low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor. Hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight or arched. You're feeling open. And you want to make sure the front knee is not over the toes. If it is, lengthen up some and just feel opened. Let go of judgment. Once you're settled in the pose, you accept where you are, and you just focus on the breathing. And when you're focused on the breathing, that heightens your awareness and lets you know what's going on in the body. But you're not focused on that stuff. You're focusing on the breathing, and you're feeling opened. That's a mindset. You're going to go to high lunge. Settle here for a second or so. We're not going to stay in it. We're just using it as a transition pose. Then you're going to go into downward dog. Downward dog, arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. You're pushing into the pose, but you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and focus on the breathing. And then you slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up, tops of the feet are to the floor. Of course, the palms are to the floor. And you're feeling open. Now you're going to modify this pose how you have to. So you want to do the small cobra, you do the small cobra. Chest is off the floor, palms are touching the floor, but you're not pushing up. They're just there. Or you can do hands and knees, and you do the cow. And just focus on the breathing. Accept where you are. Doesn't matter. We're doing yoga. Yoga is the mind and body connecting. Doesn't matter how the pose looks. That's judgment. That's not what we're doing. That's a type of yoga, but that's not what we're doing. Now push back in the downward dog. Really push into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels are towards the floor. And you're focused on the breathing. And you're only pushing to the spot right before you feel like you shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Then you bring the left foot up between the hands into a low lunge, opening up. You're feeling opened. The back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, pushing forward diagonally. Make sure the front knee is not over the toes. Back is arched or straight, and just feel opened. It's a mindset. Openness is an important mindset. Taking that off the yoga mat, feeling opened in your everyday life. Feeling open to new ideas, new adventures, just to newness. Not even sure if newness is a word. It's a word now. Might be a word. Sounds like a word. Doesn't matter. It's the concept. You're open to new, capital N. And then high lunge, settle here. Then move into the standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Now here, you're focused 100% on the breathing. That heightens your awareness. It lets you know what's going on in the body. So you're aware of the stretch, maybe in the hamstrings or the calves or the lower back. And then when you inhale, exhale, you let yourself breathe. So when you inhale, the belly expands, so it pushes you out of the pose a little bit. Let yourself be pushed out. Then when you exhale, the belly goes in and you go back into the pose. Now this is a very subtle movement, but very important, because you focus 100% on the breathing. That heightens your awareness and then makes you aware of that subtle movement. This is a mindset that we're learning. You're learning to be aware of subtleness. So when you're in the so-called real world, in your everyday life, you're aware of subtleness, the subtle things that are happening around you. Now palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, and then exhale. Last sun salutation, inhale, wish I would have said that better. Last sun salutation, even when I try to say it good, I couldn't say it. And then pull yourself in and down, foreheads to the knees, and focus on the breathing. Can you hear the dog? 5:47, right on the dot. Well, kind of like it's 2 minutes. Just focus on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. The left leg is back, opening up, feeling opened. Low lunge. And just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. And just feel open. Don't judge it. Once you're settled, once you're in the pose, you accept where you are. Even if mentally you feel like, man, I could go further. Man, I can't go further. Let go of all that. Once you're settled, just accept it. Now, high lunge, then downward dog, pushing into it. Really push into it now. It's the second, well, it's the third downward dog, second to the last downward dog. Really push into it. Now, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not your guru. I want you to be your own guru, be your own leader. Listen to yourself, self-talk. So you get in this pose, you're like, man, I can go further. You go further. Or, hey, I can't go further. Then don't go further. Listen to yourself. This is a mindset too. We're learning this on the yoga mat. Learning how to trust yourself. Listen to yourself. That doesn't mean you don't listen to others, but you don't just follow what they say. Upward dog, you take it in, talk it over with yourself. If you believe in God, you talk it over with God, the God within. And then you make your decision. Don't be a follower. Not in 2019. Maybe 3,000 years ago, but not in 2019. Different world. Now really push into it. You're in the downward dog, arms straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling. Last downward dog. So if you can, you push into it. And then left foot is up between the hands into a low lunge. With a low lunge, you're feeling opened. Remember, it's a mindset. We're learning a mindset of openness. Just feel opened. In a pose that you're closed up, you're still feeling open because of acceptance, which I'll show you that in the next pose. In high lunge, then into the standing forward bend. And you pull yourself in and down. Now, even though you're closed up here, you're still having the mindset of openness. That mindset of openness comes from acceptance. Once you accept, you become open. It's like acceptance has openness in it. And it's all one mindset, because yoga is tapping into the oneness of all existence. So it's all one mindset. The words that I'm using is splitting it up, but technically it's all one mindset. Oneness is openness. The palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Turn the palms out, push the air down and down, exhale. And then you're going to go to mountain pose. In mountain pose, you're going to center yourself. My pants. Feet are shoulder width apart, toes go up, spread the toes, then each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted. You're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing. And just focus on the breathing. Now we're going to go easy pose. Easy pose is the modification to the lotus. And if you're on a mat, you want to go to the back of the mat. If you want, you don't have to, of course. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Dark. dark outside. It's usually light outside. So a little dawn. We'll call that dawn. I guess that's dawn. Right? That's the morning. So you're in the easy pose. Palms are to your knees. Maybe in your lap like this. Some people do this. I do this. Now you can go to the back. You can take your back and place it against the wall. Your one knee has to go up because you have an aching knee. You bring it up. Your back is feeling fatigued during this pose. All you're going to do is lean back. Just go with it. Accept who you are. Accept where you are. Doesn't matter. You just want the mind and body to connect. That's our goal. That's the objective. Yoga is when the mind and body is connecting. So it doesn't matter what activity you're doing. If your mind and body is connecting, you're doing yoga. So back is straight, or straight as you can get it. You're going to tilt the head to the right. Right ears to the right shoulder. Left shoulder's down, back is straight, shoulders are level, and you're just focused on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Bring the head to center, tilt the head to the left ears to the left shoulder, back is straight, or as straight as you can get it, right shoulder's down, and just focus on the breathing. Now when you're focused on the breathing, it heightens your awareness, makes you aware of the stretch in the right side of the neck, makes you aware of what's going on in the body, makes you aware of what's even going on outside of the yoga mat. So for me, I'm aware, sounds like a bird or something. I'm aware of those things, but I'm not focused on it, focusing on the breathing. And bring the head back to center. You're going to tilt the head back. So you're not drawing the head back. The chin is going straight up, and you're just focused on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. You bring the chin down to the chest. Keep the back straight as you can get it. Just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Bring the head to center. Neck rolls, drop the head down to the right, down and around. As the head drops down and goes around, you're exhaling. As the head goes up and back, you're inhaling. You're linking the movement with the breathing. And you're focused 100% on the breathing. And what happens is that you become aware of what's being stretched, of the movement. And the stretching is no longer just a stretch. The movement is no longer just a movement, becoming a form of a moving meditation. The head goes to the top, you're going to reverse, exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. Focus 100% on the breathing, link the movement with the breathing, and let it just become a moving meditation. Then when the head goes to the top, you're going to bring yourself to center. Just focus on the breathing. The shoulder shrugs, shoulders to the ears, back down and around. The shoulders are going up. You're inhaling. The shoulders are going down. You're exhaling. Again, linking the movement with the breathing. And just focus on the breathing 100%. It heightens your awareness. Makes you aware of the movement. So the movement is no longer just a movement. It's a moving meditation. Shoulders to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. And when the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to center. Now trunk rotations, dropping down to the right, down and around. As you go down and around, you're exhaling, the back is straight, and you're reaching out. When you're coming up, you're inhaling. Same thing, you're linking the movement with the breathing, and you're focused 100% on the breathing, and the movement is becoming a moving meditation. And then when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. You're going to exhale as you go down and around, keeping the back straight, reaching out. Inhale as you go up. Just focus on the breathing. Your focus is 100% on the breathing. And that heightens your awareness. And then when the trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Half spinal twist, left hand's on the right knee, right arm goes up, pull yourself up, think of the spine, pull yourself straight up, then you twist, palm goes to the floor, center of the back, arm is straight and it's against the back. And make sure the head is twisting and you're focused on the breathing. Now in this pose, when you inhale, the belly swells with air, it pushes you out of the pose. So let yourself be pushed out. When you exhale, the belly goes in, you go back into the pose. You're focused on the breathing, aware of that subtle movement. And make sure the head is twisting. Then go ahead and release. Back to center. And do the other side. So take the right hand, place it on the left knee, left arm goes up, think of the spine, pull yourself straight up, then you twist, palm goes to the floor, center back, arm is straight, and it's against the back. And make sure the head is twisting. And again, when you inhale, the belly swells with air, it pushes you out of the pose slightly. Let yourself be pushed out. And when you exhale, the belly goes in, you go back into the pose. Focus on the breathing, aware of that subtle movement, and make sure the head is twisting. And then go ahead and release, back to center. Back straight as you can get it. Hands to your knees, or maybe in your lap, maybe you're leaning against the wall. Wherever you are, you're just going to focus on the breathing. And you're going to watch yourself breathe. So you're going to watch the belly go in and out. So when you inhale, the belly expands just slightly. When you exhale, the belly goes in. You're not controlling it, you're just watching it. Or you bring your focus to the tip of the nose and you watch the air go in and out. You're not controlling it. You're already breathing automatically. So just watch yourself breathe. Now what will happen is you'll start to think about other things. It's natural. When you realize you're thinking about other things, don't judge it. It's natural. Don't judge it. Just bring focus back to your breathing. And what happens eventually is you become aware that you're the watcher of your thoughts. You're the watcher of your breathing. So I'm going to stay here just a little bit longer. So just watch yourself breathe. I'm going to reach behind you. With the yoga seal, grab the left wrist with the right hand. You're going to lean forward, bring the forehead down towards the floor or to the floor. And you're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses, keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. And bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front. Awareness is on the breathing. Just continue to watch yourself breathe. Think of nothing else. We'll stay here a little bit longer, so just watch yourself breathe. Bring the palms together. Namaste. That's it. That's number 134 YouTube live yoga routine. Water heater. I have a water heater right here. I need to get something to block it because I think the sound's bouncing behind the water heater. I have a mattress right here that was to my couch. I was going to hang it on the wall. Actually, yesterday was payday, so I went to go do it, buy some things to hang it, and then I realized I even went to the counter and everything and self-checkout, and the lady helped me. And it came out to be $51 or something like that. And I looked at that price, I was like, my wife would kill me if I bought this stuff right now. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. And she said, oh, okay. I just don't care. You still get that feeling like, man, I had this person bring all this stuff up. Then, so I went to Goodwill, looked for some pillows because I was going to do some pillows. I was going to get those things 2 foot by 2 foot, I think, or for the sound. Like extremely expensive. I think they're like $50 a piece. So I was going to buy pillows and put them up to see if it helps the sound, but couldn't find them. So, anyways, bought new contacts yesterday. That's where the money went. And then I had to buy my daughter contacts. So that's $200. Come on, that quick. Anyways, that's judgment. I just judged my whole day yesterday. No, I was analyzing it. Anyway, so I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.